Hello everyone, this is John Diaz here in Richmond, Virginia. We're looking at a Finn bark blower mounted on a International cabin chassis. This gentleman here is blowing the mulch onto the bed, and the other gentleman is blowing behind him, or sweeping if you want to call it that. And the blower gentleman is also moving the truck a certain distance ahead, while the bark blowing gentleman is moving in reverse. The truck looks like it's fully loaded because the tarp is above the body of the machine. And this is a Finn bark blower. Not exactly sure what model it is. I drove by it to try to look, but I'm sure the experts in the field would know what model it is. Probably bigger than a BB5. It's got a reel with a hose. In case they need a longer hose right there, they connect it to the back. He's got one section of hose there. We're going to keep an eye on this particular island. As you can see, it begins right at the stop sign, and in a quick amount of time he's put a good distance there. He's done about 50 feet in a matter of minutes. The engine is pretty revved up. I'm going to stay here for the whole island so we get an idea of how quick it takes. So far the video is 4 minutes in, and he was probably here, they probably set it up about 4 or 5 minutes before I arrived. So in case you're all wondering what this machine does, it basically eliminates the wheelbarrowing of mulch and the pitchforking off the truck. That's the old conventional way you bring a truck full of mulch and you have one or two people pitchforking it off into wheelbarrows, and then they wheelbarrow it into the island. So with this system, it's just a two-man job. The gentleman's ready to pull the truck up further. As you can see, it came here with a full load and it's starting to go down at the front of the body. So he's got to go all the way to where that hydrant is. The other gentleman will start blowing behind them. So they're getting it all done in one shot. Landscaping throughout the United States requires an enormous amount of labor. Now this machine here allows more productivity with fewer people. But this machine right here with that truck, you're probably talking close to $200,000. Maybe more, probably $250,000 for a brand new machine and a brand new truck. And probably more than that. And if you get a used model, well, it'll probably be maybe $150,000, $100,000. I hear that those sections of hose are also very expensive, and they get punctured sometimes pretty easily. Not to mention the maintenance of that machine. Got to have a mechanic to service it and the truck. So that island, I was looking at it right now, just off the eye, it's about 150 feet long. I used to estimate a lot, it's precisely landscaping, so I got to measure with my eyes pretty good. And the width of that's probably 5 to 6 feet wide, more or less. There's so much labor in America that's needed to do landscaping, construction, janitorial, and so many other occupations that requires a lot of work. The restaurant industries, car washes, car detailing, painting, carpentry, masonry, paving, he's got about another 50 feet to go. I know there's a model where you can haul it with a trailer it's not that big, but that one, I think it's the BB5. It costs like $100,000. So this one here on the truck's probably a bit bigger than that. So just the machine alone's well over $100,000. And to load a truck like that, they load it with a front end loader, which is probably the preferred machine due to the height of that body. He's narrowing it down to about 40 feet left. To do an island like that, you're talking about anywhere from 6 to 8 yards of mulch, probably around 6. And then with a machine like this, you're going to cut the mulch, you're going to slash that figure because the mulch is as it's being run through the impeller there, it's going to shred it a bit, so you'll go down in volume. The airlock's what it's called. It's got about another 25 feet to go. If you did it the conventional way, you'd probably need 6 people to do what 2 people are doing. And once they're done with the load, they just go back to their yard and load up again and come right. I mean, of course, they have to disconnect the hose and then connect it again, but they definitely get a lot more done. And he's probably got about another 10 feet left after this little section. In case you're wondering how he turns it on and off, he's got a remote control. Probably on a strap over his shoulder. And it's got a toggle switch. As you can see, the height of the load there on the top has gone down, and at least 3/4 of the body is now low. As you can see, the spring is setting up here in Richmond, Virginia. Trees are starting to bloom. By the time it's all said and done, these guys will have taken out this island in about under 30 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong, 6 men would do it just as quick, if not quicker. But it's a lot more payroll. Or is it? For the experts, leave some comments. I mean, you do have the investment of the truck. The truck's idling, using fuel. The machine's at full throttle, using fuel. But it is a pretty big truck, which can carry quite a bit. Well, at least for now, this is the future of mulching, the quickest way with little labor required. Now, don't get me wrong, you still need another crew going ahead doing the edging along the curbs. And once they edge it, they'll put down their applicable herbicides, which at this time of the year would be a pre-emergent herbicide. Sometimes they have separate teams to do that. Sometimes the same team does it. In order to apply the chemicals, they have to have a certified applicator. And once they're done, sometimes they have to prune and weed and do some cleaning up before they mulch. So other teams go ahead doing that, preparing the beds and edging the curbways, the sidewalks, for these guys to come behind doing the final detailing, which is the mulching application. And then you have to take into account the time it takes for the truck to go back to the yard. And you would have that time with the conventional way as well. You know, at some point you run out of mulch. He almost has it covered. Looks like he shut the machine off now. He's completed that. I'll do a quick drive-by so you all can see what these two gentlemen did in about under 30 minutes. Probably I'd say around 20. About 29 minutes, say 30 minutes. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, please push the like button. And please subscribe to the channel. Everything pertaining to job creation in the United States and around the world. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification of any upcoming new videos that have come out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.